Good morning. Hello.
Mike's like counting me down and then nodding at me, then giving me a thumbs up.
Oh, sorry.
Then like clicking 7 times. I'm like, when is the thing?
Well, no. We're having a little bit of technical difficulty. Like, apparently our YouTube streams had been defaulting to unlisted, and so Restream was having a little bit of issue telling me whether it was connected or not. But it looks okay now.
It looks like it's working now.
Yeah. It's also odd to think that, like, for the last, I don't know for how long, that the streams have just been going up unlisted, but it might explain.
I can't see how they could have been going up unlisted because we've had new people come in.
Yeah, it's been strange.
But something to check out after the stream for sure. As long as we're like live and reachable now.
Yeah.
Hey, Steiny.
Hey, Steiny.
Yeah, so how was your weekend, Steiny? I was okay. I'm happy and excited to get onto colour with this animation.
Yeah, what you'll notice is it's on both screens. I has it.
It sure is. I have a to-do list for which I can check off various things.
I do notice something. Is there something I need to do to see the palette? Because they don't appear to have made the jump.
Okay, well I can try and export your palette.
I wonder why I wouldn't have just gotten it. Maybe I need to click on a layer or something? Oh, wait, here we go.
Found them?
Yeah, I think so.
Awesome.
Cool.
So, I had to look at the necks, which I've done for every scene except for this one. Do the in-betweens, which I've done for every scene except this one. Done the broken cello. Done the hairspray. This is what I'm doing right now, is fixing the end of it, which I wasn't completely happy with. Done dance double. Done the pianos, and sealed them all. Okay, awesome. So, I wasn't completely happy with the way the end was animated, so I'm going to look at that today while Mike does colouring and the other bits.
India, you're a little quiet apparently, so you might need to move the mic closer to yourself.
How's this? Is this better?
Do you mind if I rename some of these just so I know what they are?
No, go for it. I'm sorry to hear that, Steiny. Also, hey, Aline! Yeah, Steiny, I haven't caught up with the chat yet, but I hope you're okay and everything is going well. I hope whatever it was that's troubling you is getting better.
I'm gonna have to guess what these are. Is there any way to, like, have you used them somewhere for me to color pick from? They're designed somewhere so I can, like, color pick those and see which.
Yeah, like I posted the design on our Patreon.
I think I've got the designs on the stream, so I think from that I can guess which ones match which. This looks like it's dance jacket. This could be dance double. I think these are Aaron pants. These are Dan.
I'm sending you the reference picture now.
Okay.
Here you are. Take this. Oh, you hit a brick wall. You mean creatively?
Okay, if I copy and paste this into.
Paste it on the notes there if possible. It's above everything and it should keep it present throughout the entire animation for you without disrupting any of the animation. use your black arrow.
Did it.
The
Cool.
there you are. If necessary, you can colour pick from there if you want to, but that should give you an idea of where the colours go.
Yeah, so say I was on a down layer and I color pick. What's the color pick? Is there a shortcut for that?
Not as far as I know.
Nah, that's not gonna.
You have to be on the colour, click a colour that you want.
Oh no, it was just in case it like automatically went to the here, like it recognized it, but it doesn't. So it's cool. I can figure.
Cool. Yeah, I ended up losing Dan's puffs because it was just too complicated.
Gotcha.
Like, I had one scene with them and I was like, you know what? It's okay.
Iron hair highlight.
I tried to get into inking. Inking's frustrating, man. I should know. I'm on inking now. I'm prepared to get frustrated. Have you tried using smoothing in Photoshop? Because I know that the latest version has smoothing. So that might help with the handshake problem.
Maybe this is Dan's skin. Or maybe this is Aaron's skin. That makes sense.
Traditional inking. Yeah, there's not much I can advise there. I mean, I guess it's practice.
Ali's like, help. Crash was like, may I be of assistance? Where's my pencil? Crashbot doesn't know.
Ellie! Try underneath stuff on the desk. Find my pencil. Do it, Trashbot. Prove your worth!
So is Dan's kind of like, his jacket arms are pretty much the same color as his actual arm. Sorry,
what?
Dan's jacket arms are pretty much the same color as his like torso.
His tuxedo's all the same color.
Yeah, tuxedo. Cool. Okay. I'm so familiar with Toon Boom.
You are quite familiar with Toon Boom, aren't you?
It's been a while.
We've worked in it a fair few times. You found it! Obviously we helped. I don't know how Mike's doing, but I had an okay Saturday. Yeah, that was quite good. But then Sunday I was really ill, and during a deadline that was really frustrating because I felt like I couldn't really get anything done. I went to bed for a couple of hours to try and feel better. I'm still not feeling 100%, which sucks because our deadline for a certain project, one of them is today, and I'm behind because I couldn't do any work yesterday. And I just hope that I can catch it up today, you know?
I think what I might do is okay, that's gonna fill right to the edges. I think what I might do is just make a duplicate of wait no.
What's the problem? What are you
I'm
trying to solve?
trying not to convert everything to a color layer essentially. I think because that takes a little while.
Can you do it chunk by chunk?
I might be able to do it chunk by chunk.
Rather than do the entire thing at once, you could do just one scene at a time. Because I think that duplicating the layers is gonna like increase your file size quite a lot.
Right.
The meditation thing, it's pretty cool for energy and immune system boost. You've been trying the Wim Hof method. Is that the meditation thing? Because I'm all for trying new stuff. Especially if they come Aline recommended. Tell us all about it, Aline. I'm super interested. Breathing, meditating, and cold shower.
Hey, Bryony.
Hey, good morning, Bryony. How's it going? Oh, Bryony, we have to give you some information about Ireland, don't we? Didn't you tell me that was a thing, Mike?
Yeah,
That
Bryony was asking.
email?
Yeah.
Oh, no worries, Bryony. That sounds good. But yeah, we'll send you some information on. Feel free to poke and remind us if we forget. Yeah, Aline, please do send us a video. That sounds great. You can do it, Steiny. Sure thing. Will do. Wow. Don't turn back now, but I think that you're making the right choice. You know, you're going somewhere to one of the most exciting places for animation in the world. One of the best studios in the world, so you know, you've had your experience at Cloth Cat, which has been awesome. But I'm super excited for you for this new frontier which you're breaching. How's it going over there, Mike?
Think. How do I show pencil lines? Is it K? No, it didn't. Okay.
You've done this before though, haven't you?
Yeah, done this before. Turn that into pencil lines.
On the color layer to check whether the strokes are showing.
I wasn't. Were your, I think, are all of your lines pencil line?
No, none of my lines are pencil lines.
Okay.
They're all brush lines.
But if I hit K, I will still be able to see them as like that sort of thing, right?
You can still see the strokes, yeah.
Yeah.
The difference between a pencil line and a brush line is that in a brush line the strokes are either side of the line, because the entire fill is the line, whereas with a pencil the stroke is one thing through the middle.
Okay.
and then the line is the thickness you can adjust, which goes around the outside of that.
Gotcha. Let's figure this out.
So just certain motions in this part that I feel like they're not reading as well as I'd like them to read. How was your weekend, Mike?
Oh, been okay. You know, busy. Like very, very busy, active. Yeah. I've got 3 projects on the go that all need everything done now. So that's always good.
Morning, Karak.
Let me see. This great color art from line art. Shift click to configure. I want it to do that.
And how are you doing?
There we go. Now I'm hoping that the stream handles this okay. Yeah, everything seems okay.
I think as long as you can do it in small chunks, it should be okay.
Yeah, it's just because, like, there we go. Okay, so now, hopefully, on the color art layer, I hit A. Yeah, okay. Okay, we're good. We're good.
Awesome.
I think. So on the color art layer, A. Or did you only do it for one drawing? No, apply to multiple drawings. I need to hit that on as well.
One thing I should actually point out is I was a bit of a goober, and Dan's stubble line.
Yeah.
For some reason, I did the line for that in blue, which
right.
is his tuxedo color. It would make much more sense to do that stubble line in the stubble color.
Right.
So
okay.
that it blends straight in. Because if you adjust that, then you'll adjust the tuxedo color as well. Right.
Okay. So you used this blue color.
Well, it looks like it looks blue.
Well, what's important is it the palette color? Because I can just create a new palette color and change that one to brown before I start coloring.
Sure. So long as you get the right typical color.
I just need to make sure I have a new.
If you just press the plus to make a new palette color, it'll automatically be whatever color you want.
Cool.
Board games, archery, and a side of surprise sunburn. Apart from the surprise sunburn, that sounds amazing. Board games and archery? Oh my! Sounds like my kind of weekend. What board games did you play?
Okay, and then you apply multiple drawing, and then I hit create color art from line art. Ooh. Then we wait. Oh yeah, Bryony handed in her notice for Cloth Cat.
Yeah.
I think that's 2 people we know. With Yeah, two people we know kind of noticed this recently and are moving on to greener pasture.
Yeah. Can you NDA me for a sec?
I can try.
Do it.
Okay.
Thanks, just in case. I went down to my bar and it decided it was going to flash up all the quick times I currently have open and not let me close them. So let me just close them now.
Okay. And I'm just
That's
waiting
quick
for the
time.
little blue circle to stop circling.
Okay. I'm good now, you can.
Hmm. Did that just crash? Did that just fully die?
Oh no, really?
Yeah.
Great.
I think it did.
It seems like it did.
Yeah. I saved it just before I tried to do what I tried to do.
That's good. I'm glad. I'm glad you managed. To keep it. Sorry, I'm trying to currently work out timing. Bum 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 bum. Think you can go lower than that, Aaron? Get low. Get swifty. Play some Smash Up and King Domino. I haven't played King Domino before. Is it good? Everywhere I do erasers going to disappear. Is this a joke, Aline? Or have you lost your eraser as well as your pencil? They probably go on the floor or under stuff, or if you stand up, it'll fall out from some pocket dimension. Like it was on you, but it absolutely wasn't because you didn't see it when you were looking. Hey Tips, good morning. How was your weekend? How are you?
Okay, I've tried making a duplicate layer, and then deleting all the frames out of a certain part of it, and now trying to convert. If this doesn't work, might just have to go with making a duplicate of the layer and just filling the lines in via the brush strokes.
You can do it, Toon Boom.
We Habib you. Come on, leave. I can see why Arctic was like, whenever I try that, it just crashes. Yeah.
You can do it, Toon Boom. Oh yeah, yeah. You
Fine.
can do it, Toon Boom. Oh yeah, yeah.
I should have remembered that this takes a while and did this before the stream started.
Well, you know, at least now you have some time to spend with the chat.
Hi chat. Where do erasers go when they disappear? They go into a pocket dimension.
That's what I said.
Oh.
Where'd you go? Great minds.
Yeah. Hey Hardik.
Hey Hardik, good morning.
Oh, can you give the it doesn't matter. I'll find out later to which shot you mean.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad that you're having fun.
Your animations, India, they're just too complex.
I know, right? They're so complicated.
For Doom Boom to...
There's two boys and they're booping around. What you gonna do?
Would it work better if you merged the brushstrokes first, so like it wasn't working with so many vertices? Maybe? Is that possible?
We can do that.
How do you do
How
that?
that would convert into pencils though. What even happened to your torso, Aaron? It disappeared.
The little button at the top of the canvas area. Okay. Can't click anything yet.
Patience, Iago.
We're 35 minutes in, and I have so far colored 0 frames.
Yep. Great. Great, great, great. Good, good, good.
I fill India with confidence.
Yes.
Oh, wait. It's not a blue circle anymore. Okay, cool.
Save it.
Save it.
So give it an opportunity to crash on you.
Okay, so if I go to like this frame, color layer. Okay, we're.
Are we in business?
I think so. I think. I do. Yeah. Up, and then go to the black, then blue. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Brilliant. Cool. Good.
Yeah?
I think so.
Yeah.
At least for this section.
That sounds awesome, Karak. I'd be interested in playing that. Sounds pretty cool. And Tibbs, you watched Screamin'.
So Dan's bow tie is black. Do you want it to be not fully black so your lines still show?
No. I want my lines to be white. Do I ask too much?
You want just the interior lines of his?
Yeah.
You should have. Did you make them a different color when you inked them?
No, but if you fill it in black and then go to the, or if you do them white now on the line art layer, then they will stay that way.
Right. Okay.
I recommend doing one colour though all the way through rather than colouring each frame. So doing torso all the way through.
Yeah, I will be. So forward and back frames, is that just the arrow key?
Yeah, I know it's saying 3 pointed bracket frames.
Does that give me keyframes? What's keyframe?
I think keyframes is semicolon and apostrophe. You might want new drawing, so.
New drawing. Yeah, new drawing.
I'm not sure. That's good.
It's F and G.
Cool.
Muscle memory kicked in there.
Stick close gap on, I recommend. Close small or close medium probably.
None of them work.
Well, they work, just there might be a gap somewhere that you have to go in and actually look at.
I just use the brush.
See, I would count that as a small gap, but
I would.
whatever, Toon Boom. There's going to be a lot of those.
Oh, jeez. What is the
Alex
hot?
says, wait, what? How did you get the colour to go through the black lines?
The way I did that is I've converted India's brushstrokes to lines on the color art layer. So if I hit K here, you see that all of her lines are now pencil lines rather than brushstrokes, but she still has her brushstrokes.
Over the top.
Yeah.
And all the colours are being done on the colour art layer so that the line art is still lying above it on the line art layer. Yeah, you'd think so, right, Tibbs? You think they would have the ability for you to, like, actually have a slider or something? I don't know why they don't.
I think this is also, like, by converting to the color layer, it's just asking for trouble because it thinks that's a gap.
Yeah. Indeed it will. I just wish that the closed gap thing was better. It's like between fills nothing and fills everything. What you need, Mike, is a shortcut that takes you between a brush and the fill tool.
Yeah.
So you can just click the shortcut to take you to a brush, like draw the line, and then switch immediately back to the fill mode without having to
Yes,
press any buttons.
that would be cool. Edit preference.
It's like, how? You mean how do we convert the brush strokes into pencil strokes on the color art layer? Is that what you're asking? Because I can ask Mike to tell you. Mike, tell him. I just duplicate my line layer as a backup and then fill the colour directly in the line art. Okay, I see. So you don't use the colour art layer, the magical colour art layer.
Yeah, well.
Which is a layer that is inherent to any animation layer you have and goes beneath the line art layer.
Drawing mode. Surely brush would frickin' brush tool is X.
Of course it is.
I think I changed it to X.
It doesn't sound like it's very intuitive.
Fill. Wait, what is this called? Yeah. What are you freaking called? Paint. Of course you are.
Of course it is.
Paint. I think it's probably Z. Z, yeah. Z next. I think I changed it to those. I can't remember why.
Yeah,
but...
I think so, because Tibbs is saying that Alt B is brush, so you must have changed your shortcuts. And you probably changed it for this reason.
Yeah.
Because you were doing this on another scene, and you were like, this is ridiculous. Yeah, Hardick, we might end up doing that, depending on how Mike feels about how the colouring process is working. Because Hardick's saying that he just fills in on the line art layer and it's fine.
Yeah, but you don't get the way, like, you have gaps, you know, your color, which we might do. Depends on whether Swifty wants.
This bit that you're cleaning now is much cleaner than the rest of the animation.
Right.
Ooh, it's Bo's first day at the House of Mouse.
Cool.
That's so cool. I hope she's having a blast. She said she's nervous. I don't think she's in the chat, so she probably can't hear me, but I'm sending her good vibes. Good vibrations. Good vibrations!
Very good.
Thank you.
Why would you think I want you to fill that?
It knows what you want, Mike. It can give you what you need. Ooh baby, ooh baby. So that's quite a nice smear frame, but it doesn't go very far. It's one of the problems that I think I have with these animation frames. Is he does like a nice smear and then he's like not even very far from where he was smearing from. Roxanne, you turned in your 24 scenes! Congratulations!
Cool.
You did it! We always knew you could. When you said 24, who wasn't like, oh, that's so many scenes, that's too many? Who was like, oh, you've got this, no problem. We may have been slightly worried about the 24 scenes.
Are the interiors of his sleeves the same color? Do you want it slightly darker?
It's up to you. It can be the same color if you want.
Why won't you fill?
Maybe you should put on K.
There we go.
So that you can see where the gaps are. Because K will at least show you.
It's okay. I have a sixth sense.
Okay. Sure thing. But just know that it's there for you as an option. So when are you gonna... Oh, sleep is so good. Oh, Roxanne, you earned it. I hope that they do really well. Did you learn stuff from doing them? Any tips you can share with us when you're overwhelmed with work? Because I'm sure we're all in that boat. And you've come through the other side and survived. So I definitely want this frame to be lower down. Squash it more. Yeah! And yes, we're finally into colour. The deadline is, I think it's Friday? It's the 27th. So I'm fixing this last scene because I wasn't completely happy with it. I mean, I'm not completely happy with a lot of the animation, but I'm happy enough to let it pass. But this scene wasn't reading right to me, so I'm working on it while my colours the earlier work. Thanks, Emma. In the Ratus colouring software, the fill tool can work on a grid so it's easier to find where the gaps are. That's awesome. That's really cool. Yeah, Mike, that's something that I do when I can't find a gap in one of the drawings. I will like cut off part of the drawing with a paint line and figure out which end the problem's on.
Yeah. Good call. I might just go through and just fill gaps.
There might be one up near the bow tie there.
Yeah.
Well, beware of those shoulders and the bow tie join. Don't appreciate this bit of hair. Don't think it's in the right place. Thanks, Roxanne. Eileen started sculpting a small character head again. Eileen, you're so inspiring. Which character are you sculpting this time?
Come on. Come on. Okay, save.
Maybe pop on autosave, Mike. I've got mine on set for like every 10 or 20 minutes.
That'll be.
Okay. Yes, Roxanne, the yellow dots indicate the gaps in the line. That's 100% it. Do a paranorman, Eileen, and don't make them symmetrical at all.
Come on. Stop thinking about where the gaps are. You haven't found them and you won't find them. Shut up.
Maybe you could turn off the fill gaps option then? If it's a big pain, you can always just do it on the line art layer.
I think I might, because those gaps don't actually exist in your brush layer. And hey, maybe if you do have gaps, when you do have any of like inner shadow effects, you get some nice ones because it'll apply to all the shapes rather than the whole thing.
It would just make it harder to adjust the line art if you wanted to afterwards.
I do.
If you wanted to fill the bow tie lines in white or anything, it's going to be harder for you if everything is painted on the same layer.
Alright. Well, I was going to make a duplicate.
Okay.
I know you said it's going to be a massively bigger file. I love it when all my software goes completely grey. I love it when I can't get anywhere because it's not working.
I love it when my software crashes, crashing like a wave. Try chopping off an arm or a leg. Very efficient. Be less symmetrical. Yeah, I agree. I still do get intimidated by flipping my canvas horizontally though, and seeing all the awful mistakes I've made. Because your eyes get used to seeing things a certain way.
Yeah, I think your eyes start to, because it's pattern recognition, your eyes start to or your mind starts to accept things. Like, that's a face. I can read that as a wave. Windows. Because you're not responding.
You do care, Mike. Don't pretend you don't care. Don't look all cold and unfeeling.
I don't care about that version of the file. Yeah, what I'm going to do is
The heartache technique.
hide this, see this, make a duplicate of this.
Tibbs is a sculpting master.
Hide this one, and then
See if I can get that bow tie central. That would make my life easier.
is there a way to lock
Lock what?
your your lines, or
What do you mean lock them?
well, maybe I should just keep them visible because when I
Tell me
like
what
did
the
it,
problem is that
I
you're
went to
having.
fill across like that, and it colored all your lines.
Yeah, that's the problem with doing it all on one layer. You want paint unpainted.
I want paint unpainted. That's what I want.
Yeah, that's on the fill tool. You hold it. You'll hold your mouse down on it.
Paint unpainted. Here we go. Here we go.
He's so happy. Don't do the hair blue. I know you want to. Don't do it.
I'm not gonna. Whatcha? Yeah. No. This is how we're doing it now. Oh, nuts.
Did you duplicate the blue colour so that the stubble is no longer blue?
Yeah.
Awesome. In that case, I have nothing else to heckle you on. What am I going to do with my time now? I might actually have to animate something. God forbid! God forbid I do my job! Okay. Hardik, you didn't know about the paint unpainted! Hardik, what have you been doing? There's an amazing one too called Repaint, where it only affects things which already have paint on them. So, for example, if you have lines like I have here, and you go on to Repaint, and let's do things, it will only paint the lines because they're already painted.
I'm gonna see if I'm gonna hit the same issue. Yeah, I'm gonna hit the same issues
so
regardless.
Good. Hello, Face Puncher, and welcome back. Puncher of faces.
No, I'm not. It's cool. Okay.
Yeah, I guess Repaint is a little bit like Clipping Mask. I hadn't thought of it that way before. Clipping Mask, but worse. I love Repaint because it allows me to just paint my lines, so I can give the lines for different things, different colours.
I'm a coloring god. I like it when it just kind of
works.
Yeah.
Look at you. Okay, this is much more efficient. It may be less versatile in terms of us adjusting stuff later, but honestly, this is way better.
Yeah.
It's the rewarding part of the process, colouring.
It's mine. You can color it if you want to.
You can leave your friends behind.
Yeah, it's not coloring down here because I guess you've got this big black frame line.
Yeah, I have. That is my seal line for you, sir, so that you can colour things.
Cool.
It's just off screen. So it stops me from having to do a ton of work to seal up all the lines. And it means that you can then fill things. The problem being that we are then less flexible, like we can't really move the camera.
Yeah.
But it was a time saver. And since I don't think I want to move the camera, I think we'll be okay. That's really cool, Tibbs. It's so useful. So useful.
Oh, I probably should have been filling in his arm. Does he have like a big shrug on?
Does he have a big what?
Shrug going on here, or?
Dude, that's a cello.
Yeah, I know that's a cello, but suddenly his arm's there. But that's when he does that. Okay, cool. So there,
Yeah,
no
are you
arm.
okay with you bringing shoulders into the pose, or do you have a problem with
No. It's just because I felt like I should have been coloring something there and I wasn't.
Well,
That's
you know,
all.
it's just an animation shortcut, okay?
I'm not
Leave me
judging.
alone.
I'm not judging.
How dare you judge me?
I'm not judging you. I'm simply trying to make sure I color it correctly.
Fine!
Jeez. Fuck.
I'm doing this bad. I'm doing a bad job. I might want to squash him down even more. Maybe that's what I want to do. I don't know.
Have you gone crazy over it?
No. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure everything's fine. Kind of. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be fine. Just need to adjust a few things because I adjusted a few things and now this frame doesn't match up with the previous frame as much. But I can fix it.
I was so sleepy earlier that I went for a nap and I set the wrong alarm. I set 12:30 in the afternoon rather than 12:30 at night.
So he got up at 4 in the morning.
So I got up at 4 naturally, yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm going to bed.
What? I just did not do that. Have you watched Doctor Strange?
Yeah, how come?
Have you?
Yeah, how come?
It's such a cool movie.
Yeah, alright.
The mirror dimension stuff is great.
I fell asleep.
How much of that movie did you watch?
He went and did some trading.
Oh my gosh,
and then he beat the bad guy.
Did you just outright lie about seeing that movie to me right now?
I saw the movie.
You just fell asleep during the movie.
I was very tired. It wasn't anything to do with the movie. It was entirely to do with me. I was like, I don't have time to watch something. So.
Emleth asked whether you draw Aaron and Dan at the same height, or do you make Dan taller? It does not. Look. Oh, that's the wrong scroll bar.
They're the same height.
See?
Yeah.
She just makes Aaron a big boy.
I do, but yeah, in the previous animation I didn't have to worry about it because they weren't on screen at the same time. But in this animation I made them the same size because I've heard Aaron complain about how people don't. And I was like, I will make one that they are happy that they look the same size on. Because there aren't very many of them.
Patrick never makes them the same size.
No, Patrick fully embraces. But it's good character design is the thing. Is you have a tall thin guy and you have a short stocky guy, and it's great to play with the shapes that way. It's a really fun way to draw them. So I don't think people mean anything by it when they draw them that way.
That goddamn frame of Aaron.
I think you just made
No.
Alright. Yeah. Okay, now let's calm down.
Sorry. But I love it.
I'm glad.
This is the most enjoyable part for me, is seeing all the frames. Because I've not been watching you animate it.
Well, no, because it's been so long. Luckily, I've had some friends helping out. Pancakes for Days and Verti and Hardick have all done amazing jobs, taking bits of the animation.
They saved you.
Off my hands. They really did, because otherwise I would have more animation to do right now. And as you guys can probably guess, I don't have more time to do more animation with. The time is gone.
Dan here. I don't have one for Dan's hair.
It's Dan hair.
I'm gonna make another one.
For Dan hair, but don't have it.
Well, I might have guessed one of the other colors wasn't Dan hair. I think this is Dan's skin.
Dan skin.
Let's do Dan's skin, I guess.
Dan skin.
It filled the whole thing because it doesn't recognize the.
You should have Dan hair on your palette.
Well, I might have Dan hair on my palette, but I might just call it a different thing.
Well,
I've got
make
Aaron.
sure that you found the right thing. It's just the same colour.
As what?
It's Aaron's hair.
But no.
You can make it darker.
Yeah, Dan's hair is darker.
Yeah, I prefer for it to be darker. I guess I was Saving time.
I'll make a new one. I'm making a new one.
A better one.
A better one. A
That
bigger
one.
one. I know what that's. Where's the multiple wheel mode? Yeah, that.
Dansken sounds like dansken, which means the Dane in Swedish. The Dane! The Dane!
Yeah.
Tiff says, Aaron Slim Thick, skinny legend got me quaking.
I remember that.
Best comment.
Your animations always start with just Dan on screen.
So how do I disable anti-aliasing? Screw that word. How do I disable anti-aliasing of my pencil lines in the final render? Hardik, I'm with you there because the lines look so much better rough than they do when they come out of the program, where they're horrible and smooth. And there's really no great solution. You can turn off anti-aliasing, but it still does it a little bit. It does make it slightly better though. And the way you do it is I think you have to go to the node view. My very organized node view. And on right,
Would this be Dan here as well? Down here.
Yes.
Okay.
Indeed it is. How do you do the anti-aliasing thing?
Right click on the layer that you want to add off and then switch off layer by layer.
Right click on it. Okay.
I think so.
So you go into properties?
I don't know.
Well, you were talking like you did.
I remember the right click menu.
We know what we're doing. Don't worry. We got you. We got you, Hardik. Don't even worry. 1 sec. There we are. Vector render options. It's in the layer properties. Anti-aliasing quality. You put it to like low.
India.
Yeah. And then you can, and then that's it. Unfortunately, it still does make it quite smooth though. What's the problem?
Is this little line his hair little
Yes.
line? Yeah. Because there's this line, and then it stays there.
Ignore it.
Hmm.
It's just trying to get attention. You can even fill it for me. That would be helpful.
Okay. I can't do it now.
Yeah, you can.
But I have two layers. I have.
Well, I guess you can't.
Yeah.
Guess I'm stuck with my mistakes forever. Whoops.
You get really sassy when I'm coloring your animation. I haven't experienced this in a long time because you haven't finished one in a long time that I had to color.
Oh! Oh! Sick burn! Well, I'm sorry that I've been so busy earning money to buy the breads
To buy the bread.
that I haven't finished any animations for you, Michael. In the future, I'll be sure to say no to all the clients and money so that I can give you more stuff to colour.
Thank
Because
you.
I know how much you love colouring my animations.
Thank you. Oh, I think we've just hit the
I'll hit you.
yeah, there we go.
I know, right? You accuse me of being sassy.
Emma
You're the biggest sass pants ever, you sassy bear.
Emma likes the hands you comparing them to, is it Milk Cow's hands from
No way. Oh,
Sword in the Stone?
thank you. I definitely wouldn't call them that. Those hands get real derped as the animation goes on. Look out for some crazy stupid hand poses that make no sense, where the thumbs are tiny and
Yeah.
the fingers go on forever and there's no palm and it's like, what's going on?
I mean, at points you'll think another animator animated.
Ah. Ah.
You make me laugh.
That sound when you get a joke and you're like a door opening slowly. Do
Do you remember going for coffee with Kieran, and there was like that door to the kitchen or whatever opening, and it was like,
oh
ah.
yeah. Yeah, we got a coffee with Kieran last month.
Last month.
Was it last month?
No.
Earlier this month. And
Yeah.
the door that every time it opened, it sounded like a small child screaming. It was a bit disorienting in conversation. So how are you? How are you doing?
It was pretty good.
Why? Oh, Tim, so less we talk about Danny's brown finger, the better. Okay, no, I liked his head where it was.
How are those? Hey Doig, how are those Game Grumps compilations coming along? You're a sass bear now.
You're a sass bear now. I went into the woods. I had my rifle with me. Gonna hunt a sass bear. Giving too much sass.
Yeah, it's actually using the inks on this layer as its boundaries. I'm not just psychologically telling it what's not shallow.
Yeah, if it's confusing, feel free to turn off Aaron while you do, Dan.
Oh, yeah, maybe I'll do that. But he's so funny.
But he's so funny. There's a person who goes by the name Sasbear and makes lots of cool Game Grumps compilations. Now it all makes sense. There's two Sasbears. I better keep them away from each other. The amount of sass would be overwhelming were they to unite. The sass would be unbearable.
Good joke. Funny joke.
Funny joke.
Funny joke.
It does only fill stuff on the selected layer, yeah. It's good. It's a nice full tool. It's a shame we couldn't get the colour art to work as seamlessly as we were hoping.
Honestly, like, it's alright.
It's okay. Whoa, you watched a compilation of all the Game Grumps character creation things. Spore and Sonic Forces were a saga. Sonic Forces. What is really funny. Plurp, is it? I really like that remix someone did. Here we go, cause we're saving the world with my friends. Save the world.
Spore and Sonic Forces were a saga.
Oh my god, how many frames of the same kind of head position do I have? To make them all work together. It's difficult.
Were you expecting the little kind of like there's a bit underneath Dan, like this bit, were you expecting that to be slightly darker?
Nah, you can do all the same colour if you want.
I like making all of the different things good colours.
Well, maybe you can see if you have time.
Time at the end.
Yeah. Just because
I have to click on them anyway.
The lines there are kind of inconsistent though throughout the thing. So
yeah, okay.
I'm just worried that it's going to be a difficult thing for you to fill. That's all.
Gotcha.
I don't want to give you like a really painful task to do. If, to be honest, I don't think it would really matter. It would be nice, but
nobody gonna care.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna. it's not going to make or break the animation, you know. Yeah, Ross, he's still here. He's still alive. Just presumably completely swamped with work on his show.
Also him and Holly.
Yeah.
Art.
I'm happy they did what was best for them, though.
Yeah.
Like, Holly does seem super happy. I mean, I know that it's very hard to tell that just through social media, but she's posting lots of stuff about being somewhere green and how cool it is to have fresh air.
I'm gonna call this Dan Bow Tie. I'm gonna make it a dark grey that I can see light.
Emma never really liked Steam Train, but now I miss it. I miss the stuff I used to do like together as a giant group. Like I missed a table flip and Dragons in Places. I think Dragons in Places could have done with a bit more time to get good. I think it just, you know, it was the first time they'd done it, and they were all still getting used to their characters and how they were going to play the game and stuff. I would really like a season 2, but I think everyone's busy now.
I wonder if Barry would come back for Dragon.
Oh yeah, I forgot that Barry was in Dragons and Places. I hope that he's doing well on his channel now. Aww. I hope she's not too sad. I know that she struggles with a lot of mental stuff from what she puts on her social media, but I hope she's doing okay. She does seem much more at home though.
Yeah.
From what she's been saying. So I'm happy for her.
Black Hat.
That's true. I'm glad she's got her pigeons, her birds to give her big hugs. Birdie hugs.
Yeah, like that must have been quite a rigmarole transporting them as well.
Yeah, I'm sure. I bet they're definitely happier though, with the fresh air.
Yeah.
The birdies. The birdies. If you decided to go somewhere new to live, would you transport me?
Yeah. Of course.
Aw. So nice with my cage and all.
Yeah, so
Hmm?
The pencil line for his stubble doesn't get recognized when I do it on this layer.
Yeah.
How am I gonna get around?
You're gonna have to paste it.
Is it?
Like you're gonna have to go through the color art layers and cut it and then paste it onto the line art layer.
Do that later.
you give him a new skin tone?
I picked this as his skin tone, but that might not necessarily be his skin
I
tone.
think that was his stubble colour.
Okay,
I was
gotcha.
going to say he looks very tan.
He does, yeah.
He looks like a tan man.
So maybe you were using the same skin tone for them both?
Yeah, probably.
You want to still do that?
Yeah, sure. I don't mind that too much. I think they do have quite similar skin tones. Aaron might be a little bit paler, but I think, to be honest, I was saving time on the designs.
How about I do it differently and we can pick later, but they'll look the same while I'm filling them.
Sure.
Arctic did Dan's beard using stroke tool. Too much stroke.
Wow, that's intense. That is intense. I was like, I'm drawing this on the colour art layer, and it'll be great for when we're colouring on the colour art layer later. Little did we know.
Little did we know. Yeah. It was a good plan.
Yeah, it was a respectable plan. It's a shame it didn't come to fruition, but we can roll with it.
I might just lock your inks layer so I definitely don't.
That's a good plan.
This is giving me a Heartboner flashback.
Oh yeah.
I colored one of the scenes in Heartboner. Well, I colored some frames from one of the scenes in Heartboner.
I got a hot boner today. They'll look the same when I'm filling them. Sounds like a really dangerous bad idea. Luckily, they're not completely next to each other, since they're each one of the different characters. So it should be okay. Should be okay. Trusting Mike with it. Trust the bear. Sha la 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 do 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 do. You gotta trust the bear.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Couldn't think of any of the other lines at all, but I got the main one. I know, the famous blue moustache. Ah. I did accidentally do the line the wrong colour. But it's okay, we can fix it. We'll fix it. There you see him, sitting there across the way. Yeah. Okay, this is obviously a frame I was intending to ink, but hadn't got around to. So I'll do it now.
Oh, hands. Fingernails a different color?
Don't have to be. Can be the same colour. Don't sweat the small stuff.
It looks like they're filling in a way that I could fill them. A different color.
But do you really want to go through and fill the fingernails?
Well, I have to click on them anyway, so I may as well click on them with a different color.
Well, you can loopy around them.
I can do that later.
Okay.
I do that?
Tibbs, you must give me an example on these hyper-specific features. But I am blissfully unaware of 90% of the specific features in Toon Boom. I know only of the things I use. I think you'll be happy to know that for once I've actually tried to give you a hard ending line to Aaron's moustache.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. I've tried to very obviously imply where it ends and make most of it solid for you.
Oh no, he's got foreground hands going against his face. Naturally want to make that a different color to different. Right.
Yeah, don't worry, it's fine. Don't even worry about it. It's gonna be fine.
Oh yeah, the brown finger. I see.
The single brown finger. There's a button on the timeline that lets you add a prefix or suffix to all layers. And that warranted a physical button instead of an entry on the right click. That is very interesting. I have to admit, I have no clue what that specific feature would be used for and why it's important. It must be important somewhere in the pipeline for someone, surely. Because someone was like, this is super important.
That is a little strange. It is nice to see, like after working on this for so long. It's nice to see it in color.
Yeah, it is. It feels very good to have it into the colouring process. I can tell you.
How much have we all sat here and questioned the correct way to color a frame by frame animation? Yeah.
It's difficult. Like, there's lots of programs that do it, and I'm still not sure which one I prefer out of all of them. I still think Krita's very good. Like, you can colour anything in Krita if you could export it as an image sequence.
Krita's okay.
You can do that in Toon Boom too, and it will vectorize it for you automatically.
If I can figure out a way to like do index color, I think it is possible to do. I haven't thoroughly did it before. Because the thing that I like about Toon Boom's approach is like, as long as you're coloring with your palettes and stuff, you can color adjust later.
Yeah, that is my favourite as well. I wonder whether if we had exported all these frames as PNGs and then imported them back into Toon Boom and vectorized them, whether it would have been easier to colour them. Because when you import and vectorize in Toon Boom, it automatically generates colour art for you.
Right. I honestly don't. You think so? If it's gonna vectorize the color.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Tibbs. Honestly, I'm super impressed with Krita. I kind of think Krita should be made for animation. They should do a version of it that's more animation specific because it's so good for animation already. But then actually, I think the reason that it's so good for animation is a lot because of the brushes, and that is because it was made as a paint program first. So maybe you can't separate the two out so much. The industry standard.
I think To Boom put a lot more of their research into rig puppets because that's what their clients started to
want.
Yeah, use more.
Yeah, you're probably right there. In fact, yeah, you're almost definitely right there. That makes sense. Is a lot of the people who use Toon Boom use it for 2D rigging rather than frame by frame.
I think there's a way to color. Oh please, no, God, no. I need to hit save on this very, very soon.
And this is why I enable autosave. Just give it a minute. Because it does that to me sometimes and then it's fine.
Trashbot literally just said, friends, remember to save whatever you're working on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Come on, Toon Boom.
Come on.
Come on!
I so want to hit Control S right now, just in case it's like, yeah, I'll save that in the background. Don't worry.
Don't you do it. If it is crashing, you'll just corrupt the file.
Okay. Come on. Maybe if I click away and click back.
Sometimes I do click in the screen to make it grey, because then it's more obvious to me when it's not grey anymore.
Please. No, it's shifted over to not responding now. It's save.
It does that a lot.
Like,
turn on autosave.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you again.
File. Edit. Preferences. Saving.
Yeah.
Wait. It's got interval 10 minutes. Where's the thing that
Check
says?
the box next to it says autosave.
There is no box with it. Autosave. There's just a.
Pick enabled.
That was the one. That's. Why is.
Is it disabled?
Not why is it disabled, but why isn't there like a box next to autosave here?
Because Toon Boom. I don't know.
Why is enabled the last option?
I don't know.
It's like,
Toon Boom
hey,
game, man.
Interval, inactivity maybe, ask before saving, I'd switch it on.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say you're not wrong. One day it's gonna bite you, Tibbs. It's gonna bite you hard.
Please don't wish that on Tips.
I wouldn't ever wish it on anyone. It's not a threat, it's a warning.
I think
Wake me up and save me.
well, it's like dinosaurs used to be the industry standard for wildlife.
Industry standard. You know,
For fauna.
industry's wildlife.
So, you know.
Back when we lived like the Flintstones, and we used to have like dinosaur trash compactors and stuff.
Oh, I love that old kind of puppetry, live action.
Did Toon Boom ever export GIFs?
No,
I don't remember a time when it ever exported GIFs. That would have been a good time.
doesn't know how to sell its own product.
So they don't have to work in anything but mob. It's like, come on now, Toon Boom. Do I have to convert every video to a mob for you just so you can see it?
Yes, indeed, you do. And you'll like it. Like it.
It's like, it is like a T-Rex, it can only see mobs. Like a T-Rex can only see
You can only see movement.
Can only see mobs. That is brilliant. That's very good.
Thanks. You set it up.
Yeah, but you knocked it down. I forgot his mustache.
Why do you not want to fill this hand? What is wrong with this hand? It looks like every other... No, it doesn't. Okay. So... Oh. Like if I drag the paint bucket across this, it fills in the entire...
That's true. Weirdly enough, sometimes it only exports WMVs. If you haven't updated QuickTime, it decides it's going to do that.
Hey.
Yeah, it only exports WMVs if you haven't imported, updated, that's the word, updated QuickTime. Oh, I can talk. I will learn the power of speech one day.
You will.
And all will cower before me, before my eloquence.
Okay, let's... I've got paint unpainted. Oh, don't do that one.
I love paint unpainted. It's so good. When you do just have one thing left over and you're just like, wah! As you go through. Running through, slapping all the high fives. Let me check, he feels like he pops up enough.
sneaky thumb change.
Okay, so that needs to be less on for less frames. I guess I could probably do with another frame here. Yeah, that's a weird transition. Oh, there's an option in Harmony 15 to export either MOV or WMV. Wow. They're stepping up their game. More than one file format. We're living in a new world now. One in which Teamroom can export more than one file format. That's amazing. Yeah, that's a really bad frame. So what am I trying to do here?
You don't know. I don't.
It feels like this is meant to be lower than the next frame. That's the only way it makes sense to me. You gotta get lower, girl. You gotta get lower. That. And this needs to be like way more favored over here.
Am I filling the nails with a different palette entry that just looks the same whilst you're filling it? The palette entry is slightly different. Here.
Make it slightly lighter. I hate it when people do darker nails. It makes no sense to me.
Okay.
They're lighter.
Good thing about palette.
Because you can change them anytime. Is it doing a fun thing again?
Yeah.
Teamroom has good work ethic. It takes regular breaks.
Voltron transformation is annoying. You needn't worry about that in the latest.
They don't do it that often. It does get annoying that one sequence playing over and over. It's not that great a sequence either. In terms of something they knew was going to play over and over, and so it should probably be flashy. Like, it's no Sailor Moon.
It never updates the thing, I think.
I think there's like a slightly longer version of it and a slightly shorter version of it, and they play whichever they feel like they need.
Right.
There was one episode where they transform only to find they don't need to transform, and then they transform back. And it's like 5 minutes of transformation sequence to pad out the runtime.
It's supposed to be hype as fuck, but it's not. Yeah, it's still pretty cool. Oh, come on, Toon Boom.
Toon Boom, your break is over.
I went and got like milk for Declan, but
Oh, Mike.
I'll get him.
Oh, Mike.
What?
Oh, I'm so disappointed.
How many frames is it in total?
It's 900, just over 900. However, I have not done all of those 900 frames.
Okay.
Like, a good amount of them have been done by Pancakes today, or 4 days, Pancakes for days, and 30.
Yeah. Because this first segment is 130 frames. So, like, very whack of it. This doesn't feel like much.
No, it's not that much of it. It's a long one.
Yeah.
It's a long shot, baby. It's a long shot. Like, I just hope we can get it done for the 27th. Give it a poke. Click on it somewhere.
No, it's not responding.
I like it where the screen goes white though. Don't worry, Mike. It's frequently fine.
Oh, it's just because it can't work.
Yeah, I know, it's annoying.
I'll check the chat. Cool. There's a saying that watch the first episode of Quadruple S Gridman. And also wants to make sure that when she does Game Grumps animation, make most of the animation cheap as possible. Whenever there's stuff that would be repeated every fancy.
Get fancy with the spices.
Sakuga up and not. Triple pans. What's a triple pan?
Is it 3 pans in one?
Is it where 3 things are panning at once and it looks like a spin? Gonna throw my mouse across.
Have you tried clicking somewhere in the screen?
Click.
Click in the screen. Yeah.
Yay.
But then it's really obvious when it's done. That's what I like about it.
Boom Boom, what are you even thinking about now?
What is this frame? Like, what am I doing in this motion? It's so bad. Maybe I should take it from reverse.
What?
Okay.
Can I tell you about my movie screens painting study?
Yes.
Sure.
Please do. Take my mind off this awful thing I'm doing.
Yay!
It didn't
Now it's auto saving. You're still at a loss as to how to learn painting. Thought you'd try some movie shots copies. Well, first you do them, then you show me. I don't know. Like, what? Ask me a question about them. What did I learn from it? Could be motivating. The thing I learned most from doing cinematic kind of color studies is the way that different palettes work within a scene to create a feeling. Just tell you how I did it. Well, see, I started doing them after I've been painting for a while, so I think what you want to do is approach it in a way where you get the kind of get the solid shapes in first and not worry about the details. You want to work up in a way where it's broad and you kind of narrow in to the surface details of the last flourish, rather than trying to get all of the color accurate first. Identify what the main overall palette is in terms of like, is it warm, is it cool? Establish that first. If there's a background color, get that in so that any subjects that you're putting into the frame are sitting against the right context. You don't want to like paint the characters first and then add the background later. It'll throw you off. And then if it's a character or portrait thing, I kind of use the sergeant technique where you work from. Is it him that's like you work? I think he works in the direction of like darkest to light. But I might be wrong. I think maybe he goes mid-tone and then dark. Like,
how do you work?
How do I work? I work mid-tone and then push both directions, light and dark. But if you're trying to establish composition first, you can, with digital, you can just lay everything in. What else? I'm gonna keep doing this because I need. So you want a lighter color for the, that looks weird.
Pale pink. It's so subtle. Like, why even bother doing it a different color if it's gonna be so subtle?
As I've already explained, I have to hit them individually anyway because they're sealed shapes, so I may as well do them a different color.
But if you're going to do a different colour, why not make it noticeable?
Because they're not meant to be noticeable.
Fine. Then why bother doing them a different colour?
Why bother drawing them at all?
Because it helps me show which way the fingers are facing.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I already knew that. I just wanted to argue.
It's very useful.
Well, see, you can change the color later. That's what we're talking about. Oh, fuck off, Toon Boom. It doesn't like trying to figure out things where there's lots of gaps. That's what I've recognized now. Like this hand. Gap here, 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 here. Probably one up above that. Fuck it, I'm not waiting. Wow. Hitting it made it work.
Yeah.
You said that with like, yeah. I've done that before.
This is why I always hit it. It makes it easy to see when it's working again. And sometimes it just needs a poke. So I tell you these things, but you don't listen.
No, I mean I'd like hit it like lots of times, not just to see whether it went grey. But
Alright, he just like slapped it about a bit.
Yeah.
It just needs some motivation. I think honestly Mike's just filling it in, but it's just like Toon Boom's finding it difficult to handle. I don't think it's doing anything more taxing to it than just filling in the lines.
Yeah. Okay, so I need...
At this point actually, it might be worth changing the colour card to be like a light green or something so that you can see which bits have no colour in them.
Yeah, that makes sense. So how do I do that?
Go down to where it's the colour card, which should be the bottom of the layer stack.
Or it's masked. Okay, I'm on it.
And double click the sun at the end of it. And then double click the colour. And then you can change it to whatever you want.
Thank you.
Sure.
Yeah, so I need like the white shirt. White Dan shirt. This one. Apparently I made that a light. Don't know what else it would be like.
Colours make it so much more compelling. Was it not compelling enough? Was it compelling enough already? Eileen? It's fine.
Kill him.
Colours of the great spangle bangle at the end that make everyone go, ooh. Look how nice it is. Now. Ooh, Michael. Oh, it's so good, Michael. Thank you for the help, Mike.
Well, I'm not really doing anything.
Yes, you are. You're colouring it for me. It's a big old deal.
So we're gonna need to work out ordering a bunch. I guess we can split it up by scene. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll export them all as one and then figure out by scene.
What do you mean?
Well, Aaron is currently above Dan on this shot.
Oh, that's my bad, I'm sorry.
So that like we'll figure out later. He runs out of memory by streaming whilst coloring things. That's how he makes it. Yeah, probably.
It's probably best to export it scene by scene and we can arrange them. It is worth saying though that Toon Boom does freeze on me in that way frequently. It's normally fine. It just takes them a few minutes to think. But it normally does that to me and I'm not streaming or anything. It just does it, so I'm not quite sure what's up with that.
Their eye colors can be the same, I guess.
Honestly, I was giving them black eyes.
Well,
oh, you mean
the whites of their eyes.
the whites of their eyes should be white, Mike. I'm tired of you and your bullshit. Like, I'm gonna give their eyes and their teeth different colours. I'm gonna do their teeth light yellow and their eyes light blue. They're gonna be white. Because they need to ping out the face and be the highest point of contrast.
Well, they can be white. No,
Did it destroy the rest of the colours though?
no, because it just made them their own palette.
You did?
Yeah.
You're awesome. You're awesome, man.
You can change whatever colors you want them to be.
I don't want to change anything.
As long as like they're oh my.
The best person to work with. Easiest person to work with. I'm
Like-
sorry, I'm just complaining. It feels good to let off stress about stuff.
Like that is just like
As long as you know I'm not being serious.
me reading Color and Light by James Gurney, and he says like don't tend to use full on white for things because it deadens the like you can't put a white highlight on a white eye, you know?
Yeah. No, I get you. And if we had eye highlights, I'd be there with you. But as we don't have any lighting, and this is very simple and cartoony, I'd rather go on the side of readability for it.
The slightly blue would read more contrast than white, but that's just me.
The values are closer together.
The values might be closer together, but the hues aren't. Like white is closer in hue than a whitish blue to your warmish skin tone.
If everything else in the animation is coloured and then there's bits of white, they're going to stand out. That's what I know of experience. And that's what I'm relying on. I appreciate where you're coming from though.
I like that we went over a style guide for closing eye thingy. Like here you're like, nah.
In another project.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
But
well, our other project we're trying to do it professionally and get a good pipeline going for a team.
yeah.
With this is literally me just being like, I have to do this as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Chill! Bless me. Oh.
Dibs is like, oh, you don't know anything about colour. Why are you questioning this?
Yeah, Doig. God.
I'm not questioning it.
Defer to the colour expert that is me.
You'll notice at no point am I fighting.
No. I appreciate it.
Because you can change it later. Convince you later.
I'd prefer not to change it later.
I'm kidding. And
Okay. I could change it later, but I'd prefer not to. Because then I'd have to get the file off you and that would be a pain.
why am I on that layer? How did that happen?
Witchcraft.
I'm gonna make another palette thing for his teeth.
Why?
Oh,
Because why?
so we can have the option of, I don't know, it's what I do. Like, I have to fill it anyway. It makes no difference whether it's this one or the other one, so I may as well make it different. Is that his tongue?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Tumor's like, wait for me, Doig.
What color should I make the inside? Right.
Some kind of dark pinkish. Would be my instinct.
Coloring these, I noticed that like you alternate between like the bottom of the mouth and like closing the teeth thing, but it's just like changes like between each. Completely works the motion.
What is it?
Um,
my teeth sizes keep changing.
It's not that they keep changing. It's that when you like close the mouth to a certain thing, like the teeth go all the way to the bottom. I think because he's laughing there or something. Like it just alternates, closed, open, closed.
Yeah. I would like to get consistent teeth sizes. That's something that I'd like to push myself to do in the future. For sure. It's something I probably would have done with this one if I hadn't been so rushed. Every animation I want to push myself. But sometimes you just need to get it done. And worry less about it being perfect and more just about it being finished.
Yeah.
Which is a shame. But, you know, it's just, that's life. And yeah, Tibbs, I agree. People who don't want to continue using programs because they had like one bad experience with it. I guess you understand not wanting to waste your time, but if lots of people are telling you it's really good. Like Creative freezes sometimes. But the main problems I had with Krita were to do with the autosave, and apparently now that's fixed. So it really was like a life-saving program. Back when only one of us had Toon Boom. But we needed to complete animations.
when he does that sort of thing, probably shouldn't be an inner mouth color, but be like a darker skin tone.
No, not a darker skin tone. Just do it either white or the inside of his mouth colour. Fine, I'll do it.
Just because it's gonna look like that. You're okay with that? I'm okay with that.
What's wrong with it?
There's nothing wrong with it. Like, it was a subjective thing where I thought like a darker brown would look more like that. Because you wouldn't. Yeah, fine. Looks fine.
Yes. One thing to do is to make sure when you've finished, you go through and loop all of his chins, because he has a dimple there, and if you don't make sure that's filled in every frame, then it's going to go black, which will make it look really weird.
What color do you want it to be?
Just his skin color.
Okay, can do.
But you can do that with the fill unfilled once you've done everything else.
I'll have to get his nostril as well.
Yeah, you can loop his entire face. I gotta say, I never really read documentation for programs, and maybe that's why I don't know half the stuff they can do. I tend to just dive in and start clicking things and experimenting. Maybe I should read more documentation before hopping into something.
Sometimes I have to like skip through videos because they like take so much time. I can't remember the last time I've actually like watched through an entire tutorial video. I skip to the middle always.
It's because they always spend 10 minutes at the beginning talking about who they are and what they're going to show you and why you should care, and you're like, I already care, that's why I'm looking for a video.
Yeah.
Read the docs and just experiment. The best of both worlds. Sorry, Mike, were you going to say something?
I think I was, but I've forgotten it now. No.
Ah, sorry. It is difficult, Aline. If you know that you can do something with one software and you're trying to learn another, the temptation is just to do it the way you know how, because it'll be faster. I think that's why I defaulted to Toon Boom for a lot of stuff. It's interesting how different programs feel different though, and how that can affect your work. Like, I had a job that I was doing that I got given from Yotta, and I tried to do it in Flash, and I tried to do it in Toon Boom, and I could only do it in Krita. Only Krita was giving me the ease I needed to work on it in, and it's because of the way the program felt and the way the brushes worked. It was just comfortable for me to use, and it made a huge difference to how I felt about doing the animation and how the animation came out. Krita does seem really, really good for painting though too, Tips. So even though you didn't have a choice, I think you kind of landed on your feet there with a good program.
Let's see. Okay.
Like a cat. I also tried GIMP. I tried GIMP like in the last couple of years because I wanted to make GIFs, and I was so confused by how to use it. looking good, Mike.
Thanks.
Yeah, Aline, me too. It's just the brushes feel so good in it, and it does make a huge difference in you feeling good when you're using it. It's like you don't realize how much your environment affects you when you're working. How much easier it is to work when you're somewhere that feels good and studio-like.
Yeah, definitely.
I used to think it didn't matter where I lived as long as I could work, and because of that I would go for like the cheapest house options possible. I'd like live in really, really dingy places because I was like, well, this is just what it is, and if I can save money on rent, I can like spend more money on work and leisure and stuff. And it just made it really difficult for me to work because I was like feeling low all the time because my environment was horrible. Once I started caring more about where I lived, my work started to become easier to do because it was a nice place to be in.
Yeah, I think you need to feel like valued in order to put value out in the world. Stop valuing yourself.
There's just something romantic about someone living somewhere really scrappy and doing amazing work that was attractive to me. Like living out of a cupboard but making amazing films and animations. But it really is worth investing in a nicer space to work because it keeps your motivation up. Like being miserable isn't as romantic as it sounds, it's just miserable.
Yeah. You don't need to be miserable in order to create.
No. And I know I definitely create better stuff when I'm not. I don't know how it works for other people. Maybe some people need that motivation.
I procrastinate when I'm miserable.
Do you?
Yeah.
You must always be miserable then. Ow! I hope you're not.
I think it ties into it though.
I think you procrastinate when you're scared rather than miserable.
Yeah, that's probably true.
I don't know how true that is because you would know, you're you. But to me, it seems like it's when you have a lot of work or a big project on that you run away from your responsibilities.
I can't do that, yeah.
Just because it's scary to stare at it. I wonder what the difference is between these two frames. I can't see it right now.
Aline is thinking of going to Thought Bubble next year.
Aline, that'd be amazing. Please do. We'll be there.
We might actually have to apply for that in December or something.
Okay. Yeah, we'll definitely be there. We're planning to. Planning to make sure Glim's out for next year. You should try Hardic. That'd be amazing. It would be so cool to meet you. Like beyond cool.
Libs is still not sure whether she should go to Thought Bubble this year.
I have some bad news for you, Tibbs. May have missed it. Ah, you've mastered astral travel. It's a cheap way of getting around. We'll crowdfund you, Hardic.
Oh man, crowdfund Hardic a trip to Thought Bubble would be great.
That'd be amazing. Confidence is something you can only earn for yourself. Is that a good saying? Did I do something good?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure there's some good confidence sayings out there for this situation. That's a free trip right there, Hardic. I'd take it. It's not every day that Aline offers to put someone in her suitcase. Normally it's involuntary.
Get in the suitcase.
That one hair at the beginning frame, like.
Thanks.
Welcome. I feel like his neck gets weirdly thick in one of these frames in the second scene. That's okay for squash. Aha!
Oh.
It's okay.
Did you want his eyebrows just painted black?
They should be black already.
There's gaps here.
You can take care of those when you fill the entire face with paint and painted and get the nostrils and everything.
I've been doing that. So do you want them painted black?
Yeah, leave his entire face in there. And just do it all skin tone.
Okay.
And then it'll get the nostrils, it'll get the bum chin, it'll get the...
I've done those. I'm talking about the eyebrows.
In case you accidentally miss any, because there's some, like you missed some nails in that hand and stuff. So.
Okay.
Like if you leave the entire face, because there's bits of skin there which aren't filled in.
Yeah. Doing the inner mouth. I got everything.
Looks like you did.
Okay, so loop his entire mouth and it'll do it.
Loop his entire face.
Sorry, face.
Did you get any like his top of his head as well, where it's really wanted his hair? I'm just staring at it. It's kind of mesmerizing.
Really?
Mhm.
The process or your animation?
Just a process. Like seeing it go so fast. It's like it's nice. Also seeing all the like little mistakes I make every frame and how they're all consistent. Yeah.
Dan.
Yeah. Are you gonna do a stubble beard?
Should do his double beard, right?
Yeah, I'm excited about a stubble beard because it's the kind of detail I don't normally do. Ooh, I'm gonna read the chat. It looks like an interesting conversation's happening.
Okay, so if I
Thought going to an entirely different place or a different country altogether, as what I am right now, is very scary. Yeah, I get that. That makes sense. It's a crowded boat of people scared to leave where they are and go somewhere new. To be fair, Hardik, at least going and hanging out with friends is a little bit easier because you know that you're welcome and wanted where you're going, you know? You know there are warm hugs waiting.
I used to get really afraid of ordering stuff in restaurants. You just keep doing it and wear that anxiety down.
You were scared of ordering stuff?
Yeah.
How come in case you got something you didn't like?
No, just the process of like exchanging words with a person.
Oh, it's a social thing.
Yeah. Like if we're in a coffee shop, I usually tend to much rather you go up and get stuff than me.
Right.
But I'm on my own. So it's more laziness, anxiety. But if you ever want me to do it, just let me know.
Yeah.
Okay, so I go into the color layer.
Yeah.
I select
all. It's probably easier to hit Control A than it is to loop it.
So Control A. Does that select it?
Make sure you're on your selection tool. Get
Oh.
the black arrow. You can either lasso it or it's probably easiest just to hit Control A.
And is this for every frame?
Yep. And then X. Control X. Take it to the line art layer and paste it. Yeah, and you'll have to do that for every frame.
Fuck that.
I'm sorry, I don't know how else you could do it. Like I thought we were going to be coloring on the color art layer, so it made sense to do it there.
Ooh. Hang on. Hang on.
Is there a way just to transfer it to the line art?
Hang on.
Never mind.
So, hopefully, there's this option here that says apply to line and color art. If I have that and I use, oh wait, no, is that? Apply to visible drawings, apply to multiple. Used to paint several drawing separate layers on the current frame. Try that.
I mean, it'll take you a while, Mike, but it won't take you too long. It won't take you as long as it took me to draw them. And I got through them pretty fast.
Yeah. That didn't work.
You see, this is exactly the kind of situation but I would just smash through it the only way I know how.
Yeah.
I would be like, it would save more time just to do it the way I know to do it, and I would just go through and copy and paste that onto every layer and be like, right, it's done. Whereas Mike's like, there has to be a better, easier way to do this.
Surely.
And is looking through, taking his time to look through different options he has that might help him. So it's the kind of thing where I get frustrated and just plow straight ahead and maybe get it done faster. But if he finds something that will help him, then every other time that he comes into this problem now in the animation, he's going to be able to do it faster. So this is like where our approaches branch. This is going to work much better. I'm happy I'm taking the time to fix this up. I need to do an in-between in here, but it's making more sense, which is good. Let's see. So, Amlath is talking about how he used to be worried about taking the bus or public transport, and now it's kind of second nature to him, and it's fine.
I think there was one time where I was getting a bus to somewhere I'd never been before, and the first bus that I got on ran late, which meant that I missed the bus in the next station. So the knock-on effect here was that I ended up in a city I'd never been in before, with no connecting buses onward. So I had to like navigate my way through the city, go to a travel, what are they called? Tourist info. They directed me to a hostel, and I went and stayed in a hostel for the first time. So there was a big series of events that kind of knocked some of that nervousness out of me.
Yeah, because the worst thing happened.
Yeah, like if I can do that,
and
then
you were okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hardik was asking Emlath if he was able to find out what was stopping him. Like, was it the judgment from other people or something? And Emma said, last summer I started going on really short bus rides within my town, so if I were to be scared, I could just jump off and walk home. As soon as I was more comfortable getting a ticket and stuff, I started taking longer rides. Tib says she thinks the anxiety is about all the small things. And Emma says, for me, it was a mix of being judged if I were to get sick and if I were to go off on the wrong station, but just the fact that I'm in a place where I can't simply flee if I needed to. And that it comes from overthinking things a lot, and that everything you're doing is somehow wrong or noticeable. Yeah, that's true. If you do scary things and overcome it, it might cause waves that make you brave enough to deal with things too. I think, yeah, that's a good point. Also, I really like that in Mike's story, kind of it did go wrong. It went to kind of one of the worst case scenarios. But knowing that you can still come out the other side and are fine is a really powerful feeling.
Yeah.
I used to worry a lot about what people thought of me all the time. I used to worry about how stupid people would think I was when I was doing stuff wrong all the time, which made me anxious about getting stuff wrong. But I think I realised over the last couple of years that everyone's too busy worrying about themselves to care what you're doing. Because everyone else is busy worrying about if they look stupid. And so really no one's focusing on you or what you're doing. I imagine to get that beard across, Mike.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
I'm sorry that there wasn't a shorter way.
I'm sure there will be, but I don't know it.
You're using the injury technique of just smack your head against it until it gives way.
Apparently. Wait, why is that not giving me it?
See you, Emma. Thanks for hanging out.
Hey, dude. Oh, wow, it's 10:30.
Oh, we might have to head off and continue this tomorrow. Get some other work done. What is it?
Like the stubble one that I used. Sorry. Not stubble. There we go.
Yeah. You just need to get the line as well.
Yeah.
You could just change that colour to the stubble colour. Ta-da! Yay, stubble!
I haven't got all the frames yet.
It's really cool to see it on there. Don't look like there's any gaps there.
No, it doesn't.
Is it where the next joints ahead?
I don't know. It seems determined.
Yay!
That one felt like it would probably be crisp. Yeah. That's where my patience left me.
That's really cool to see with the stubble.
Yeah. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, I'm glad you guys are able to talk about your experience.
You just do what we do and stay in all day, every day. Never go outside.
Yeah. Okay, everyone, we're gonna wrap up here, and we'll be back tomorrow with more grumping, coloring stuff.
Yep, trying to get this done.
Yep. So, thanks very much for joining us this morning, and catch you tomorrow. May the rest
Of your day
be filled
with
adventure.
See you guys. Thanks for hanging out.
There.